JC here. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Here is Tuesday. I promised you guys 2 videos this week. The first one we're going to talk about today is going to be weekly deletes. And the second one coming later in the week. As soon as I get a new tripod, I'm waiting on a new tripod so I can get some good angles for you guys on the workout. But it's going to be a workout video showing you how to strengthen your leg muscles and your core muscles. If you're carrying around a lot of weight and you have a hard time walking or standing, for long periods of time, I'm going to show you how to get those muscles strong so you can, walk better, stand longer, and, just help you improve, your exercise goals as the weight comes off. So that's going to be the second video. So make sure that you're subscribed and you have that notification bell hit so that you don't miss out on that video coming up. But let's get to the weekly deletes. The weekly deletes is a system that I kind of devised years ago. I call it my system because I never heard anybody else talk about it. But when I was in school, I had learned in one of my classes, I want to think it was a science class. It might have been, science, regular science or biology or something like that. But they taught us how to remember things easier, and like phone numbers. Like back then we didn't have cell phones, so you couldn't just punch in somebody's phone number and save it and just go to it whenever you wanted. You had to have a piece of paper or something like that. But if you didn't have a piece of paper, they taught us to remember phone numbers and stuff like that by saying them to yourself, 7 to 10 times in a row. Like as soon as somebody gave you a phone number, if you didn't have a piece of pen or a piece of paper or a pen to write it down with, say it in your head, the sequence of numbers 7 to 10 times, and you would be more, apt to remember that number the next day or later on when you called upon that number. So I used to use that method a lot. I used to impress a lot of people with that method because they'd give me their number and I would remember it. And I still use it to this day for certain things when I'm trying to remember stuff and I don't want to forget it. I have a good memory, I think, because I do that. So years ago, I implemented that same system in, getting rid of bad habits. I thought, well, hey, if you have a bad habit and you stop doing it for 7 to 10 days in a row, at least you're going to cut down, because if it's something you do on a daily basis, you're not going to do it for 7 to 10 days. And if you do it again after that, you can go back to another 7 to 10 days and keep doing it until you don't do it at all. And, that works the other way too. If you can create a bad habit by doing it 7 to 10 days in a row, just as well as you can get rid of a bad habit. So I implemented that into, certain goals back then, when I was powerlifting and bodybuilding and whatnot, with my diets and stuff that I used to do back then. If I had like something that I ate or drank, which back then it was, diet sodas or whatnot, I used to drink 3 to 4 a day, and it was something that I knew I needed to get rid of because the chemicals were bad. It's just a bad product to drink, period. And you're trying to drink more water and drink more unsweet tea, coffee with no sugar in it and stuff like that. So I knew I needed to get rid of that bad habit of drinking soda. So I tried to go 7 days without drinking it, and I went 7 days, went a whole week, and then I had a couple, and then I went another 7 to 10 days, and then I had a couple, and then before you know it, I just didn't do it anymore because I wasn't ready to do it or drink it. I didn't want it on another 7 to 10 days after the second or third week off. So I found out that made things easier, in working out and having my diets and stuff be successful back then, for taking out bad foods. That's especially helpful if you're trying to go from a traditional meal plan to, like, say, a keto meal plan where you can't have carbs. There's certain carbs that you love, breads, sugars, period, certain fruits, vegetables that you can't have on the keto diet. This helps you eliminate those foods one at a time so you can, get to your weight loss goals faster and, be more solid gains or losses, with your weight loss goals. I have to say that backwards. But anyway, doing those things and taking those days to eliminate them will help you get them out of your life and, you know, get you on track to your weight loss goals. You can do it with bad habits too. Something as simple as maybe biting your fingernails. You know, don't do it for 7 to 10 days. You know, if you do it every day, don't do it for 7 to 10 days, and keep doing it until you don't do it anymore. You can do that with bad habits. People that are, you know, detrimental to your weight loss goals, you know, they try to sabotage you. They don't do it on purpose. You know, they love you a lot of times. They care about you, but they want to be around you, and food is one of those things that, you know, connects a lot of people. So it's one of the things that gets brought up a lot. You know, they want to go out to eat with you, go out to lunch with you. They want to, you know, be nice and bring you something. If they go out and have something, you know, they might want to bring you a hamburger. You guys know that my dad lives with me now. He moved in with me a few years ago. He goes out to eat a lot. He would bring me back a hamburger thinking I wanted it. He'd bring me back pancakes. And finally I had to sit him down and, you know, have a heart-to-heart talk with him and let him know, hey, you're killing me. You know, this is when I was 479 pounds, getting ready to start this diet. I had to let him know, hey, I'm getting ready to start this diet on the 1st. I can't have any more hamburgers. I can't have any pancakes. I can't have ice cream or milkshakes. You know, stop asking me to go eat, because it just makes it harder on me to achieve my weight loss goals, you know, and I got to lose weight. You know, I'm 479 pounds. If I get to 579, you know, I may not be living too much longer after that, the closer you get to 600, especially at being 48 years old like I am. So, you know, I had to sit down and really talk to him and say, hey, this is what's important to me. I want to live to be longer, you know, to be older. And, you know, I want to have a better, you know, last part of my life, my living years. You know, I don't want to be overweight and stuck in a chair and, you know, not being able to move and not being able to do things that I want to do, you know. So please, you know, help me. Don't bring me hamburgers. Don't bring me pancakes. Quit asking me to go out to eat, you know, all the time. You know, once in a while is okay, and I'll adjust my food that I order to, you know, adhere to my meal plan, you know, if it's at the right time. But don't ask me to break my rules, you know, just to, you know, satisfy, you know, their needs and wants of, you know, having company while they go out to eat. So it's a hard talk to have sometimes, but it's needed, you know, if you guys are especially, you know, carrying a lot of weight, unhealthy, and you know that being over 300 pounds is bad for anyone. So, it's just one of those things that you got to do. And, you know, if they love you and they care about you enough, you know, hopefully it'll hit home with them and they'll respect your wishes and they won't, you know, sabotage your goals anymore. So that's one thing there. That's one of the most important. You know, you got to get them on your side to support you and not do things to hinder your weight loss goals. So anyway, so that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today in this video. The easiest way to get rid of foods that you may want to take out of your diet, bad habits, and people that are, you know, keeping you from your weight loss goals. Like I said, snail's pace wins the race. So it's not something that you guys want to do fast. I know you want to do it fast. I want to do it fast, but a lot of things can happen when you diet fast. You know, just look around. Look at my video on the Biggest Losers and how they gain their weight loss or gain their weight back, you know, and it happens a lot. People gain a lot of weight back because they do that type of diet. They do vigorous exercise and they rely on those things to get that weight off, and you just can't keep it up. So this way here, I think if you guys stick with it and do it, this year, 2019, is going to be your year, and 2020 is going to be even better. So I hope you guys that are following me out there are listening to what I'm saying, and don't try to go too fast. Just keep up with me and keep going. You know, keep in contact. Keep sending me emails for questions. I'll be your support. You be my support. So send me those emails. Send me those questions. Make sure you leave comments down below for me. That really helps this channel. Subscribe if you haven't. Smash the notification bell so you don't miss up on my other videos and my weigh-ins on the 1st of every month. I'm only 11 days away from my next weigh-in. I hope it's going to be a good one. I didn't talk to you guys about this, but last week I realized that I haven't changed my calorie intake from hitting the 414 yet, so I had to readjust a week ago. So I was a few days in already, and we're still eating the same calories, so hopefully that haven't hurt me too bad, but we'll see on this next weigh-in. I feel better. I feel lighter. My knees aren't hurting as bad. My back, I'm finding myself parking farther away from the front door when I go to the store now. I went somewhere the other day and they had an elevator, but instead of using the elevator, I went up the stairs, which was something that I really wouldn't do at 479 pounds. I mean, I'm looking for the elevator. I'm gonna sit in my car and wait for that close parking spot to the front of the store. I wasn't gonna do anything, out of my way because it just basically hurt. It was pain, it's painful to walk, and it was painful to stand up. But I'm finding myself doing little things that I normally wouldn't do when I was that far out of shape. And, those things put a smile on my face, and they just give me more fuel to my fire and keep pushing me forward. So just, stay on track. Start deleting things, one thing at a time. And, little by little, you're going to whittle away at those things that are keeping you from those goals, and they're going to be gone. And you're going to start achieving goals, and you're going to start feeling better. And everything just starts to steamroll after that. They all go hand in hand. So just remember that. Remember that the good days are coming and the bad days are leaving. So, just keep your head up and keep following your goals, and, just keep doing it one day at a time, and you will get there. If you need help or moral support, shoot me an email, shoot me a comment down here and below this video, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and you guys that are my subscribers are here for me, and I want to be here for you guys. So keep up the good work. The ones that are in contact with me, just keep going. Katrina, I got your video coming. As soon as I get my tripod in, I'm gonna do that video for you. It'll be here in a couple of days, and I'll get that video out to you as quick as possible. So keep on the lookout for that. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you in a couple of days on the next video. Hey guys, before you leave, please hit that subscription button right there and mash that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos on Big Boy JC. And please like this video and comment on this video to help us grow this channel. Please hit the button. It's right there. That one. Thank you. We'll see you later.